What is up, Lego fans? Cow60Bricks here, and today we are going to be doing CowNA episode 10. So CowNA is a series where you, my subscribers, can leave some questions down in the comments, typically Lego related, and basically I pick the best ones and I answer them in the following episode in this series. Now today's episode will in fact be the last episode of season 1 of CowNA, and what I mean by that is basically I won't be doing these episodes I guess for a couple of months now, so I'm kind of taking a break, and when I come back it'll be season 2, and it may be a little bit different, maybe it won't. It's just a break that's really causing them to be 2 different seasons, I suppose. So yeah, this is the season finale, so you don't need to leave any questions down in the comments below, and you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy other people's questions from last week. So only 3 people left questions for me for episode 10. However, each of them did leave a ton of questions, so we're definitely not going to have a shortage to go through. And we're starting off here with Beskar Bricks. And his first question is, if I could pick one Ninjago character to have a spin-off, who would I pick, and what do I think would be some good story elements? So yeah, I always have really interesting questions, and this is definitely going to be fun, I suppose, to flesh out. And this is actually a really difficult question to answer because there are so many Ninjago characters. Just scrolling through them now, at a guess, I would say anywhere from 500 to 1,000, and these are only the named characters, so there are so many to pick from. And to narrow it down, and I really mean narrow it down, there's so many that could have a spin-off show. I would go with these 6, and I am going to narrow it down to 1 eventually. So first Ninjitsu Master Klaus, Skylar, Ronin, Pixel, or Moro. Now for Moro, he has been pretty much closed off. He did get his backstory in season 5, so he's probably okay. Pixel is a main character, so not majorly important. Ronin had a video game, I guess. Skylar and Klaus, yeah, I would really like to see that. But the one I would like to see the most would be the first Ninjitsu Master. So he is just such a mysterious character, and I've been thinking through the story in my head, and I think it'd be awesome. So we could start off his birth in the Onion Dragon realm. He could have a bunch of things going on there. Maybe something leading him to escape, come to Ninjago. He would find Wojira and all of that lore that we've been getting through season 14 and season 15. That'd be really cool to see. Him creating Ninjago, having Wu and Garmadon, and then we would get to see him pass on. I think it would just be really cool, especially the whole Onion Dragon bit and him moving on to Ninjago. I would absolutely love that, thinking about it, so I definitely think it would be cool to get that for him. Alright, so getting back to his questions, and the next one is, what do I think about the Lego Grand Piano? And I actually remember when this was first revealed, I thought it was one of the coolest things ever, just the peak of Lego and technology combining. I thought it was such a cool idea, and it just blew me away completely. And then as the days went on, I discovered how it actually worked, and it's not, you can't exactly just play tunes freely on it. However, I still think it's really cool. The design is awesome, it looks absolutely perfect, and you can still play music on it to some degree. And yeah, I really think it was a super cool set, and I'd love to see some more instruments, I guess, in this style where you can play them and that sort of thing. And his last one here is sure to be a difficult one. Buildable battle pack or cow battle pack? Now, just being honest here, I think a cow battle pack would be better, just because like buildable bat is something you have to build, and I like cows a little bit more. Yeah, I'm not going to feel safe going to bed tonight. This was a risky decision, but I have to go with the cow battle pack. So next up here, we have a pile of questions from none other than CGI Stork. So yeah, let's just work through them. And yeah, also I don't want it to end, but it won't be ending. Don't worry, we will be coming back soon. Okay, so our first question here is, do I think Lego Witcher sets would work? And I don't need to have watched the show, just look at some pictures. So yeah, I haven't watched the show, but from my very limited research, I do think it would be an interesting sort of theme. I think it would be quite similar to the Lord of the Rings sets, which I really enjoyed. So yeah, I think it would make a good few Lego sets. Now from, again, very limited research, I don't think they would be able to go over 4 sets. Now I might be wrong about this because I haven't watched the show. I could be making a very bold accusation, but just looking at mocks, I would expect a lot more if there was, I suppose, stuff to make it from. But I definitely think maybe 4 sets from it would be pretty cool to see, just I guess for the fans, and I do think it has a pretty cool aesthetic, and the minifigures look pretty cool as well, to be translated. Have I read the Dagger and the Coin book series? No, I have not. I have heard a little bit about it. Apparently it's really good. I might try that out, honestly, because I am into sort of fantasy book series, and yeah, you say it's a must read, so I'll trust your word. So, Kylo Ren or Rey? I hate both of those characters, but I think I'd have to go with Kylo Ren. Now, he does copy a lot of the Darth Vader tropes. However, I guess he has like one or two unique things. I guess like his relationship with Rey was a little bit different. Not quite the same as Darth Vader and Son. It's more of I suppose a romantic one. And he had some interesting attributes. I still hate the character, but I think he's better than Rey, who's just very, very boring. And the last question, do I agree Reylo fans are sick? I wouldn't go that far, to be honest. I think Reylo is probably one of the more unique aspects, to be honest, of the sequels, and I don't know how I stand on it, but I just remember feeling, well, at least it's original, and you can't say that for anything else in that trilogy, so I guess I'm fine with it. So our next one of these questions is, what is my favourite movie outside Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Marvel? And yeah, I do have other favourite films outside of those. For example, Lord of the Rings. I really, really love the Lord of the Rings movies. I've read all of the books a good few times, and this is the only case I can say that the film adaptation is actually better than the books. It is a lot better than the books, which is weird because it's always the other way around. Those films are just incredible, like well worth the watch, not boring at all, just really, really great. And then another just sort of standalone film that isn't actually part of like a big franchise or anything, but I really enjoyed it, was Interstellar. Now, the first hour of this film, I kind of hated, and I was like, this is such a bad film, because there was a lot of, I suppose, inconsistencies and things that didn't make sense or line up with science, and that sort of stuff just annoys me. Once you get over that, it's actually an incredible film, especially the last, 2 hours of it. It was just really, really great, and I forgot all about the inconsistencies, which were small anyways, to be honest, and it's a really, really great film. Our next question is, what is my least favourite and favourite book and film from the Harry Potter universe? So as to the books, I would say my favourite one would be Deathly Hallows. Just really epic, I suppose, the conclusion. I love those sort of finales where there's just really high climactic moments and all that. So that was really awesome and very different to the other 6 books, I suppose. And as for my least favourite book, I'd probably go with the first one, just because it's like the least interesting, the smallest, and not that much happens, to be fair. And it's just kind of like a little bit boring. And it's also my least favourite film for, I guess, the same reasons. And my favourite film would also be Deathly Hallows, and if I was to pick between the two parts, I would say part 2. So yeah, I guess all my answers, it's just my least favourite is the first, and my favourite is the last. A little bit, I guess, generic, but that is my honest opinion. Quite sure how to answer the next question. Is Attack of the Clones better than The Phantom Menace, though? No, I would not say that. They're both incredible films, but Phantom Menace being my third favourite Star Wars film, I would definitely put it above Attack of the Clones. However, I love both of those films anyways, but yeah, Phantom Menace will get the edge there. The last question, do I watch Filmento? No, I don't even know what that is, to be honest. So if you guys can remember, Lego Fett usually leaves a huge list of questions, and because we didn't get through them all throughout the episodes, and this is the last one, I'm just going to be covering all of the ones we had left over. So there's going to be quite a lot of questions, and then I guess we're going to be done because I don't have any more questions to this episode, which is pretty sad. But yeah, let's just get to our last few questions here. So definitely an interesting but not uncommon question here. If I were to see another big battle pack, just like the 501st one, which essentially was just double the size and price, what would I want? Now that's a very difficult question. There's so many different cool figures we could try out from any of the clone legions really. But you have to keep in account, as well as a battle pack, you also get the builds, and most of the time they're throwaway builds, in my opinion, and you know the people are going to be getting thousands of those battle packs of the clones. They are going to have a lot of builds left over, so if I was to think in terms of what figures and builds would I like to have a lot of, I go to like spaceships. So my perfect dream battle pack would be an Arc 170 versus a Droid Tri-Fighter. Obviously they'd have to be shortened down, or else that'd be way too big of a battle pack. Now I don't mean micro scale or like micro fighter. I just mean the style of the X-Wing and TIE Fighter downsized, sort of that kind of a thing, because the Arc 170 is already much smaller than those. So I guess like a medium scale one that you can still fit figures in, and then the Droid Tri-Fighter. And in terms of the figures, you could have 2 clone pilots, 2 generic clone troopers from any legion that you would like. That'd be really cool. Maybe just 2 plain white clone troopers. Those are really cool. And then we could have like 2 or 3 of those like Droid Tri-Fighter droids, which would be really awesome. That'd be my dream battle pack personally, because you can never have too many of those spaceships to make a big battle. So what theme do I think Lego is really missing out on? I would have to say Lego City. It's one of my least favorite themes. I really hate it because there's just so many vehicles in that theme, and they don't stand up to their name, which is Lego City. There are no proper city building sets. They're all facades or childish ideas, childish themes, stupid vehicles. How many like attack helicopters, well not attack, like rescue helicopters have we had in Lego City? I'm tired of it. I really hate Lego City sets. They're so boring and bad. And I really think, you just like think of like Brick City. That's the kind of stuff I want to see in their Lego sets. Ninjago City and Ninjago City Gardens are the closest things you can get to actual like city sets. Not even Lego City itself has done like a school, a hospital. Where are those kind of things in your Lego City? Well, they're being replaced by the Jungle Rescue Lava helicopter in space. Do I like bananas? Nah. So the next question here is, do I have any desire for the 2020 Mos Eisley Cantina? And I'd have to say no specific desire. It's a great set and I'd absolutely be over the moon to get it, but it's just way too much money. So I'm definitely not going to be able to get it, and if there was a set at that price that I wanted, I wouldn't be able to get it. But I would definitely not prioritize this one over it. And our last question of the entire CowNA episode 10 and season 1 is, have I ever watched the 1966 Batman TV show? And if not, I need to. No, I've never watched it. I'll take your word for it though, I might try it out. I'm not sure if it's only good because it's funny, because it definitely looks quite old and definitely a little bit strange, but maybe one day I'll try it out, I guess. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's all from me. Have a great... I almost forgot. If you don't like, subscribe and share this with your friends, Mustafar will be very upset.